I'm Neil McCarthy for NUTV Sports here at Cabot Indoor Gym, where we caught up with the women's soccer team post-season to discuss how their season went and what they're working on for next season. So you finished 9-9-1 overall in the season and 7-3 in the conference. What went well this season and what didn't go so well?
What went well? I think we learned a lot from our preseason games because, we were 9-1 overall, but 7-3 was like a great record for us to have, especially from coming off of losing so many games that we needed to step up and we need to work harder. And I think what we did well in season was coming out with a lot of energy and being consistent throughout the whole game and giving our full effort, which we weren't doing in preseason games.
I feel that overall, everybody improved, and me included. I feel that you just get more and more confident, and with every passing game, and you take things from each game that you may have struggled with one game, and you work on it and improve. And I think that there's so many things that, looking back, I improved on from day one to the end of the season. So.
The Huskies ended their season with an unfortunate loss in the quarterfinal round of the playoffs to Hofstra in a PK shootout.
Take me through that last game. How'd it go? How do you think it went overall?
I mean, it's tough playing a team twice, especially when we just came off of a win against them. It's tough to play a team twice. It's tougher to beat them twice. And I think that we didn't really find our stride until later in the game. They scored in the first couple, I think it was minute and a half, and that's happened to us and we've come back before, but I think that it was just hard for us to kind of find a rhythm in that game. I mean, that being said, it went to PKs in the end, and obviously it was, a disappointment, but PKs is a really unfair way to end a season, but last year we won a semifinal game, or a quarterfinal game like that, so I think that it was disappointing for a little bit, but then looking back at the season, I'm really proud of our girls, and I think that we did really well. So.
It was actually a pretty good game. It was a really rough game. They are always physical with us, so we always have to be prepared for a really hard physical game with them. We had our chances. They had theirs. It went back and forth kind of the whole game. So we knew it was going to be a close game because we had just played them the week before. And then, it just went to PKs, and we just hit ours and they finished theirs, so it was kind of just that type of ending, and we can't be too sad about it because there's nothing really we could do. We played the full game and overtime, and we gave everything we had out there, so we're happy. We're not happy, but at least we battled the whole time.
No regrets.
Yeah, no regrets.
So you're the goalkeeper. Take me through the last game. Comes down to PKs in the end. You're on the spot. What was going through your head?
In PKs, I feel that all the pressure's on the shooter, so I just felt relaxed and was hoping to save one and just give my team the best chance to win it.
So what can you work on as a team for the off season to get ready for next year?
I think the spring is awesome because practices are shorter. There's not as many, but it's higher intensity. So it's a lot of small-sided games. So everybody gets a lot of fitness in, and we're doing a pretty rigorous strength training program throughout the whole thing. So I think that the combination of those two is just going to help keep our fitness up, and we didn't lose that many seniors, which is really nice because we can keep on training the team that we've already had, and we have a lot of freshmen coming in, so it's going to be really fun. But I think that this spring we're just really focused on keeping our legs and getting a few games in.
I think everyone needs to improve on their fitness. I think that's just something that we always have struggled with. We really need to do the work in the off season, especially in the summer. We need to do as much fitness as we can and a lot of technical work. And I think everything else will piece itself together if we have that.
I just think we all need to work. This year, hopefully, we don't have as many surgeries as we did last year in the off season. So everybody will just be able to work together and continue to grow as a team. And we had a lot of freshmen get a lot of experience this year, and so coming back next year, we'll have a lot more depth to our team, and hopefully we'll get the CAA championship next year.
The Huskies had the great honor of having 5 girls receive different accolades on the all-conference team.
So you made first team all-conference this year. What does that mean to you, and how important is it to you?
I mean, it's a huge honor. I wasn't really expecting it, so it was a nice surprise, but I think that the fact that we had 5 members make it onto or earn different accolades was a huge team accomplishment. And I think that personally, it just marked a season for me that was a little frustrating at the beginning, but I'm glad that I made some strides. It's actually the first season in the last 3 that I haven't been injured in, so I'm looking forward to not having surgery this January. It just marked a overall successful season. Obviously disappointing in the end, but yeah, I'm happy with it.
What was your favorite moment from this soccer season?
My favorite moment. There was a lot of favorite moments when we were winning. When Greta put away the PK against ODU. That was just such a big moment. Like, we weren't playing our best, I don't think, in that game, but we knew we had to win, and she put it away when it was like really high stress and a big pressure moment, and she just put it away for us. So that was probably the happiest moment.
My favorite moment from the season. I don't know if I could pick one. I think that there were a lot of highlights, like BC coming back from her ACL, getting her first goal against BU. I think that Greta's goal against ODU, the PK, and Devin coming back and getting her first goal was another huge moment for our team. So those are probably my 3 favorite.
I also caught up with head coach Tracy Leone to see how she thought the girls did overall.
First and foremost, you had 5 players named to the all-conference team with different accolades. How does that make you feel as a coach and about your girls?
I mean, really excited. I mean, whenever you have that kind of representation in an all-conference team or all-rookie team, we're really proud of it. And I think our team knows it's really a team award. So anytime an individual is honored, it's really just great for the team because they know they wouldn't be there without everyone's help and playing as a team. But we were well represented, and I think it's fair. I think it's great.
So the last game unfortunately ended in a loss, but from the girls who said they played well, how do you think the game went?
I mean, it was exciting. I think it's a heartbreaking way to go out in penalty kicks, and we know the other end of it last year because we won on penalty kicks in the quarterfinals to go into the semifinals. It was a challenge. I think we had a couple PKs called late in the season, and it's a challenge because it was so within 1 week we had 2 PK calls for us, which was wonderful. But then when we started to go into PKs, it kind of, I don't know, it plays with your mind a little bit. So as good as they were and as fair and as good a calls as they were, I think it's a challenge to do PKs like that in 1 week. So we'll be better prepared next year for that, for sure. But so proud of our team. I mean, the turnaround they made this season from the non-conference segment to the conference segment is extraordinary. And very few teams, I think, would have just stayed the course and played with that same drive and commitment and unity that our team did. So I think it was such a great learning process for our team, and they worked hard to have that turnaround. So it was a really successful season. I think we grew a lot, and I'm just amazed. It was an amazing thing to witness. I'm so proud of them to be able to sit back and watch them kind of take the reins themselves and say, this is important to us, and let's go. And we were just facilitating the process, which I think means you have a really special team.
So what are you looking for in the girls in the off-season? What do they need to do to be better next year?
Well, the emphasis in the off-season is very different than in season. In season, you're preparing for game after game, and gosh, you're trying to cover everything to get ready for those games. In the off-season, it's about getting each individual better. So it's much more catered to their individual needs. There'll be some great individual training or small group training, so that's really nice. And they can really look at their own specific game and say, all right, where can I get better? And what are my strengths, and how can I make them even stronger? So, our hope is that if each individual gets better, then our whole team gets better. And so it's a nice time. I think it's a great for individual player development, and it comes at a perfect time at the heels of the fall when you're kind of crazy with games. So I love the spring as a player. I love it as a coach, and I think it definitely factors into your success in the fall. And so I'm looking forward to the spring a lot. I really am.
What was your favorite moment from this season?
Oh lordy, man, that's a good question. I think it'd have to be a collection of moments. I think going on the road and having the success that we had at James Madison, at Delaware, and at Hofstra was amazing to witness. And I think it shows a great mental fortitude of our team, whereas we used to kind of struggle on the road. We were great at home. I mean, we were lights out at home, but on the road we were like a different team. And I think we've matured so much as a team to sit back and see us play against those great teams and come away with victories on the road that were critical under pressure games that we had to come out and be successful was, I think, some highlights of the season. But again, it's a collection of moments to sit back and watch and just sit back with such great pride with our team. So I'm so proud of them.
With an unsuccessful playoff berth, the girls will be out here working hard in the off-season trying to prepare for next year. Be sure to come out and support them next fall, as well as all the other Huskies here at Northeastern. And for NUTV Sports, I'm Neil McCarthy.